Now, fresh information from the court indicates that the mining company that Major Mahama's team was protecting was the first to prompt the soldiers of the death of Major Mahama. The head of the company, called Warrant Officer WOII Sabi on May 29th at about 2 p.m. announced that he called in to announce that the young military officer had been shot. It was his third call to Sabi on that fateful day. The previous calls were to find out if all the military personnel were safe and sound. Sabi is the state's first witness in the case involving the killing of Major Mahama. He gave his testimony today in court. There is more in this report.
Warrant Officer Sabi, who was Major Mahama's second in command, was the state's first witness. He was led by Chief State Attorney Evelyn Kelson to give testimony to the court. It centered on his last engagement with a late soldier before his death, how the soldiers got to know of his death, and the pain they went through to keep the angry soldiers in camp. On the last engagement, he said,
"I last saw him on the morning of May 29, 2017, when he said he was going for a walk. He told me he would stay long since he was using a different route this time."
He told the court as at 2 p.m. on the day, the late soldier whose meal was ready had still not arrived. He simply couldn't reach him.
"I called his number, but it was just not going through."
The warrant officer then informed the court a call from the head of the mining company prompted them that a soldier had been shot. They headed to the Dunkwa hospital where they identified the body.
When we got there, I was shocked to see that person who was dead was Captain Mahama, who was lying naked.
The warrant officer said he then returned to camp where he prompted his colleagues of the death of their leader. It was tough, he said, to restrain them.
"I assembled the soldiers and informed them Captain Mahama was dead. They were very annoyed, but I pleaded and we all stayed in camp."
That marked the end of the soldier's testimony. 2 objections were raised in the course of the testimony. Both bordered on references to phone calls the soldier received from a commander at Stakrade and another from the head of the mining company they were protecting. The trial judge overruled the objections, dismissing concerns it amounted to hearsay. Defense lawyer George Bernard Shaw has started cross-examining the state's witness. Hearing continues on May 24.